Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I am back with another poem by Dr. Lama Muhammad Iqbal. This poem has a topic in it, and this topic it's a very difficult topic. Okay, I have struggled with this topic, throughout my life. I went through, different understandings at different times, and then finally I have reached to a understanding, and I thank God for that. I have this understanding, and I'm kind of satisfied with it for now. Okay, I don't want to think about this topic anymore. So you must have got it by now. This topic is fate and free will. Okay, so when I explored Iqbal, I was reading Iqbal, I found this poem, and its title is Taqdeer. Okay, and Taqdeer means fate. Okay, so Iqbal is explaining fate through a dialogue between Saturn and God. Okay, so Iqbal is there. He's taking minutes of that meeting. So there is a meeting going on, and it's between God and Saturn. Okay, and then the purpose is to explain Taqdeer, fate. Okay. Yep. So as I said that I struggled with this topic, and then I have my understanding. I will share that understanding, but before that, let's look at this beautiful the arguments that are there. Okay, how Iqbal is introducing fate, and yeah. So yeah, so it's a dialogue, and so first Iblis, he gives his argument. He gives his point. ए खुदाए कुन फिका मुझको न था आदम से बैर. Okay, so Iblis, the Satan, tells God, the creator, that oh Rab, creator. So kun fika, this word is from Quran. Okay, so when God says something, it's just a word. Okay, he just says kun, and then it comes into being. Okay, that's how it is. He creates. Okay, so the Satan, he's talking to God, and he says that, oh creator, mujhko na tha Adam se bair. I had no animosity towards Adam. Okay, I don't have to do anything with Adam. And back in his mind, he is arrogant. Basically he's arrogant. He thinks that he is superior than Adam. Adam is made from clay, stardust, and he thinks that he was, I don't know, he was an angel at that time maybe. So and later he was expelled, and then so he thinks that he's superior than Adam. Okay, so now he is telling God that God, I don't have any animosity towards Adam. Okay, because I know आह वो जिंदानी नज़दीक दूर व देर व zud. Okay, and because Iblis, Satan says that this Adam, it's a captive. Okay, it's a captive of far and near, and swift and slow. Okay, so this Adam that you created, he is trapped into far and near and swift and slow. Okay, so what is far and near and swift and slow? Okay, so when we, son of Adam, okay, when we go outside and we stand, we step out of our door, and we look above, there is a sky. Okay, it appears far to us. Okay, and then so then this question comes in mind. Okay, how far things can be. Okay, how far it can be. Okay, so there is a channel by David Butler, YouTube channel, and he explains beautifully all these topics. Okay, so just search how far is it. Okay, excuse me, by David Butler. Okay, and then you will understand how far things can be. And then on the other hand, how near something can be. Okay, and I think you can find this topic in his videos as well, how small something can be. Okay, so yeah, so you have large, you have big distances, and then you have small. Okay, small and small. So matter, whatever has mass and some some space, it occupies some space, we call it matter. Okay, so this matter, whatever we see around us, if we keep cutting it into smaller and smaller pieces, okay, we know, now we know this, that we end up to the to the atomic scale. So we have atoms. Okay, and atoms are, we can cut them further. Okay, so we can cut them further into particles. Okay, so we have protons, neutrons, electrons. Okay, this is what we teach in general chemistry. Okay, and then protons and neutrons, they are also made up of further particles. Okay, and then as we keep going down, cutting matter smaller and smaller, things get really funky, they get really complicated. Okay, so matter does not behave the way it behaves at our level. When we see matter, when we bounce a ball, it comes back and it goes there. But at that point, at that small scale, matter starts behaving differently. Okay, so yep, so yeah, so Saturn knows that Ibn Adam, Adam, that created from stardust, it is bound between this far and near. Okay, it's bound. Okay, it cannot escape these boundaries. Okay, of far and near, and then swift and slow. Okay, so again, this is relative motion. Okay, so imagine that you are standing at a at a railway station. It's a small railway station, and then you have a a very fast train, the fastest train in your country. It just crosses that railway station. It just passes through that railway station. Okay, but it doesn't stop there because it's a small railway station. Okay, so you are just walking around, and then this train comes and goes like in an instant. Okay, so you were slow moving, the other object was moving very fast, so you lose all the details of that object. Okay, so you don't know how many compartments were there, how many people were sitting in there, what they were doing in each compartment, so what was going on in there. So you cannot know this information because other object is moving very fast compared to you, because you are moving slow. And you can think the other way, the opposite as well, that you are sitting in that train, the fastest train, and you pass through this station, and then for you, you will just skip through that station in a second, and there may be people standing there, how many men, how many women, you don't know. Okay, because you just skipped it in a flash. Okay, so yeah, so when Adam is bound, the Ibn Adam, the son of Adam, they are bound to this motion, relative motion. Okay, yep, so Saturn says that I am not concerned about this Adam, because I know that this is trapped. Adam is trapped in near and far, and swift and slow. Okay, and so in his mind he's again superiority. Okay, so हरफ़े इस्तकबार तेरे सामने मुमकिन न था. Okay, how can I dare saying no to your command. Okay, how can I say no to your command. Okay, so Saturn is arguing with Allah. Okay, with God. Okay, he's arguing, and he's arguing that I cannot, how can I dare say no to your command. हाँ मगर तेरी मशीयत में न था मेरा सजूद. Okay, I mean, it was not, you did not write it for me that I will say yes to your command. Okay, so in other words, it was not your will. Okay, you made it my destiny, you made it my fate, you wrote it this way that I will say no to your command. Okay, so it's not me, I have nothing to do with this Ibn Adam, with Adam. I have nothing to do against him, I don't have any animosity towards him, because I know he's trapped. He's not that I'm superior than him, so he's thinking in his mind. But I could never say no to you, okay? It's you who wrote my fate like that, okay? That I will say no to you, okay? So he's arguing. Then, Yazdan, the everlasting, he replies, okay? He replies, कब खुला तुझ पे ये राज इनकार से पहले के बाद. Okay, so Rabbul Kareem, the creator, he tells him that he questions him basically that, okay, so you tell me, when did you realize this, when this revelation occurred to you, when did this occur to you, that it was your fate, that I wrote it this way for you, that you will say no to me. When did this occur, this thought come to your mind? Did it come to your mind after saying no to my command, or before saying no? Okay, so in other words, did you believe in destiny, after you had done something, after you had said no? Did you believe in destiny, in fate, or you believed it before? Okay, before doing an action, okay, before doing something. So that's how Allah puts asks this question, okay. And then Iblis replies, बाद ऐ तेरी तजल्ली से कमालाते वजूद. Of course, after, when I said no to you, and then I thought and I realized that it's not my fault, it's you, you wrote it like this for me, that I will say no to you, okay. And then he comes to this, the flattering mode, that yes, yeah, you see, I see that there is, you have this beautiful creation that you have created. And yep, so yeah, so you say a word, and then this word gets manifested into through tajalli. Okay, so tajalli, I don't know the English word for this meaning, this word, Urdu word, but I will not translate it as light, okay, because light itself is traveler, it travels. So tajalli is something different, okay. But the word that creator says, it gets manifested in tajallis, okay. So with tajalli, everything, this brightens it, everything, you can see everything. So maybe I'm not, I don't know, this word is difficult for me to explain. So he's in this flattering mode, that and then flattering, but then kind of he has in his mind that, yeah, I see that you do all that, but and then he has in his mind that you wrote it, my destiny like that I would say no to you. And then Yazda, okay, so the ever living, he replies, but this time he replies to angels. So there are angels in this assembly as well. They are sitting around and they are listening to this dialogue. And the God, he looks towards angels and he says, पस्ती फितरत ने सिखलाई है ये हुज्जत इसे, कहता है तेरी मशीयत में न था मेरा सुजूद. Okay, the lowness of his character, okay, because creator, he has created Satan as well, okay, and he has created his mind as well, okay, what he thinks. So Allah, God, he knows what's in mind of his creation, okay, so he knows everything. So he knows that, and he tells him that it's lowness of your character that that has taught you the way you are arguing with me, okay, the way you are arguing with me, it's lowness of your character, okay. You blame me that I wrote your destiny, I wrote your fate like that, you are blaming me. And God is talking to angels, okay, he's telling them that this character, this low character, it's lowness of his character that he's arguing with me like this, and he's saying that I wrote his fate like that, okay. And then दे रहा है अपनी आज़ादी को मजबूरी का नाम, okay. So I gave him free will, I gave him free will, I gave him freedom, okay, freedom to choose, freedom to think, I gave him that, I gave him a mind and he had freedom, okay, free will, okay, he had free will. And his free will, he is calling his free will as his compulsion. Okay, he's giving his free will, the freedom that he has, he's giving it, he's saying that it's majburi, it's compulsion. Okay, जालिम अपने शोलाए सोजा को खुद कहता है दूध. Okay, this cruel, Saturn, he had a burning flame, Shola Soza. Okay, he had this flame, burning flame. Okay, but because of lowness of his character, he has put off this flame. Okay, this flame he could have used for some good purposes. Okay, but he has put off his flame, and what he has left now, it's soot. Okay, in Urdu we call it rock. When something burns, the things that is left behind, it's called as rock. So I'll use the word soot. Okay, so he has, flame is off, put off, and whatever is left, it's soot. And now he blames me for this soot. Okay, he throws soot onto this rock, onto others, on people, and then he tells them that, see, this is the way your creator wrote your destiny, a dark, face. That's how your creator wrote destiny for you. Okay, he blames it on me. So that's how, so this is the dialogue between Saturn and God. Okay, so yeah, so I'll stop here, and I will do part 2 of this video, where I will give my, what do I think of this one. Okay.